your bed is one of the most important things in not in Dominican Republic, but in Sosúa, Dominican Republic, if you know what I mean, right? You got to have a strong bed because your bed is going to be doing some work. So make sure, and I got a bed made. I gave him the design that I wanted and the colors that I wanted, and he made the bed. So they made my bed custom for me. The bed is very, very strong and very, very beautiful.
I've been feeling lost, going hard, the same thing, like every day. Gotta go hard, but it's getting hard. No, I cannot stop. Round of applause, going hard. We made a way, said we made a way. Yeah, we made a way. Yeah, we made some plays. Now we changed.
What's good, winners? Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is James, and I make travel videos. So if you're into traveling, good food, beautiful women, and real estate, hit that subscribe button now. Before I start the video, the first thing I want to do is shout out to all my winners that subscribe. Yo, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all brought me over that 5,000 subscriber mark. And I'm a man of my word. I told you, as soon as I get over that 5,000 subscriber mark, that's when I'm going to start putting out real estate videos and just giving you all the information that I have. Now, one thing about me, and I want you to notice, I don't speak about things that I don't know, right? And I haven't done. So when I tell you something, and not saying that I'm 100% correct all the time, but 99% of the time when I talk to you about something, I'm talking to you about it with confidence because I've done it before. It's something that I've done, before. Now, the last video, I didn't want it to be too long. It's so much to go over and so much to think about when purchasing a property in Dominican Republic, but it's just, the video would have been too long. So I wanted to break it up in 2 to 3 parts so that I can, just show love and give as much information that I can. You know what it is already. I want to see everybody win. What I did was, so I wouldn't forget, I wrote a few notes on the side. So if you see me looking on the side, it's because I'm looking at my notes. And I thought I wrote down a few important things that you should look for when it comes to purchasing a property. One thing I wanted to tell you too, please don't go online looking at a property and you trying to put money down, and you in the States, and you trying to put money down on a property because it looks so beautiful, and they tell you that, these properties is gonna, is not gonna be available soon. Do not send anybody money. Do not blind purchase a property. If you're not in Dominican Republic, don't do it. If you don't have somebody that you really, really trust in Dominican Republic, don't do it. But I wouldn't even trust anybody. Just don't do it. Be here, see everything with your own eyes, get your own lawyers, and deal with it like that. That's very, very important. So y'all all knew we talked about me purchasing a property in Dominican Republic, and my property was $58,000. So it's 58,000 US dollars, and my taxes, and we're going to talk about taxes on how I paid. So when I was purchasing my unit, I spoke to my realtor, and she said your taxes is estimated at $2,000. And I said, okay. So I gave her 60,000 cash. Not gave her, but transferred the money to my lawyer, 60,000 cash, because the taxes was estimated at $2,000. So a month and a half later, when titles came in and stuff like that, they said, James, we have some money to give you back. And this is why I like dealing with good people, right? Because in Dominican Republic, when you give money to someone, you usually don't get change back. But I'm dealing with different type of people, right? Very good people. So they said, James, you have $900. Your taxes was just $1,100. So just give you an idea. I'm not sure what the country valued the property at, but my taxes on a $58,000 home was $1,100. And she told me, Francesca said, James, you have $900. I said, Francesca, thank you for letting me know, but I want you to keep that $900. You've been a great help for me through this whole process. You went above and beyond for me, so you can keep the money. So that's you know, the taxes. Now, a lot of people ask me, do you pay property taxes in Dominican Republic? Yes and no. And let me explain how, let me explain to you how it was explained to me. So this is how the taxes work. If you are under the 150,000 mark, you don't pay taxes, the yearly property taxes, you don't pay that. But let's say you owned 2 properties and the properties was 50,000 each, right? That means you're just at $100,000. So you don't pay property taxes. But let's say you own 2 properties in Dominican Republic and they are 100,000 each. That means you're 50,000 over the tax that you have to pay, yearly taxes, and you only pay taxes on what's over the 150,000. So you pay taxes on the 50,000, which to my understanding, the taxes is 1%. So 50,000, 1%, that's how much you pay, the $500 for the taxes. And this is how they explained it to me. Now, I know how the internet get, oh, you wrong and you this and you that. This is how they explained it to me. A few people explained it to me the same way, so that's how I'm explaining it to you. You can do your own research online, but this is how they explained it to me. This is very important, right? When you are choosing a property that you want to purchase, make sure the homeowners association is up to date. They taking care of the property. The grounds are well kept. This was the most important factor in me purchasing a property where I purchased the property at. The reason why I purchased a property where I purchased it at, because the homeowners association did the right thing with the money. So the $200 a month I pay every month for homeowners association, the pool is always clean, the grounds is always kept, the palm trees is always cut, and you always seeing the guys working. The buildings is always painting, no chips and rots, and the building looking rotten. You see that a lot in Dominican Republic. But the reason why you see that is because it's mismanaged of the HOA money that the owners are paying. So just make sure you might see a cheap place. You might see a cheap place, but if they're not doing the right thing with the money, your guest is going to be unsatisfied in time. So just make sure that when you are before you purchase a unit, make sure that the homeowners association is doing the right thing. That's very important. Now, let's talk about this, because everything is important, but this is very important too. Property manager. A lot of people ask me, James, who managed your property while you out there? And I'm going to tell you a story on who managed my property and how it came about. So 6 years ago, and it's like five and a half years ago, I first came to Dominican Republic, to Sosúa, Dominican Republic at that. And I met this motor concho. It was a motor concho is the guys that ride around on the bikes for, 50 pesos, 100 pesos just in the area. They like local motor taxis. If y'all don't know, most people know who they are. But so I met this guy, and he was a typical Dominican motor concho hustler. He see a gringo, foreigner. They call gringos foreigners. Foreigners gringos. So they see a gringo and they like, yo, how much money I can get from this gringo, and how much money I can get from this gringo. So he was that type of guy. When I met him, he was a hustle. He was a hustler. just driving a motor control. But I saw something good in him, right? And when I see something good in a person, I want to bring out the best in them, especially if I want you around me. So he was driving me around and riding me around. And then he started to try to take advantage of me a little bit. And not take advantage of me in a way, just tell me a sob story. Oh, my roof is leaking in my house, and my this is happening and that happening, right? Similar to what some of the Dominican women would do. Not all, right? Don't get on me, not all, but some of the Dominican women would do is similar to that, just hustling you and trying to get, you know, any kind of money out of you. And when he saw that I was from the streets too, and you can't pull that on me, and I don't care about none of that, then I started to bring out something in him, and I started to teach him. So I call it, I put him through boot camp, right? And I put people that come into my life into I put them in boot camp when I see something good in them. Now, some people are just lost that I wouldn't even deal with. But I just saw something good in the kid. So I kept him around me. And he continued to be with me every day on my stay. And when it was fast forward to when I was when I purchased the property, I was telling people, listen, I'm gonna have this kid manage my unit. Everybody was like, no, he cannot do it. I'm telling you, you're making a big mistake, right? And to myself, I was thinking like, yo, I just worked on this guy for 4 years. I had him around me for 4 years. I tested him with money, and I tested him with a lot of other things, and he passed the test. We got into problems, right? This was a process that I had to go through with him to break him, to show him that, listen, you don't have to be a bad person in order to get money in life. You don't have to be grimy and try to take advantage of someone or tell a sob story to hustle someone out of money. What you can do is just be honest, right? Work hard, and I promise you, they're going to give you money for your hard work. And we all know that you're not asking for much anyway, but we don't feel like you're trying to take advantage of us. And he started to see that in time. But let me tell you the big problem that we had. So one day he asked me, he said, yo, I really want to work for you. Please, I want to work for you. I said, okay, no problem. I said, do you have a license? He said, no. He said, but don't worry about it. They don't care about licenses in Dominican Republic. I can drive around and with no problem. I said, listen, I don't care about Dominican Republic and how strict their rules are. My rules are, you want to work for me, you got to have a valid driver's license. Do you have a valid driver's license? No, I don't have a valid driver's license. Okay, let's get your driver's license because you know how to drive. And he said, okay. And we went to the bank together. And Bank of Reserva, I guess it's the Bank of Dominican Republic. So if you have any tickets or anything under your name that need to be paid before you get your license, you have to pay it off there. So we went together, and he had like $250 worth of tickets. So I said, what I'm going to do is, now I left at this time. I left after we checked his account at Bank of Reserva and saw he had $250 worth of ticket. I said, okay, I'm gonna get those paid, and you're gonna work on your license when I'm back home. So let me tell you what this dude do. I send the $250, right? I send the $250 for he could pay for his license. Yo, why this gonna make a video? It's because he raps on the side. You know, he's a rapper on the side. Yo, this dude made a video with my money. Yo, I was so pissed off. I'm like, yo, I'm not with you no more. So you took my money, and I was like, okay, $250 is $250. I said, yo, I'm not rocking with you no more at all. I won't deal with you. You can't work for me ever I'm not rocking with you. You're done. You're finished to me. And he's crying and apologizing. Yo, please, Jay, I promise you, that's just my passion. I love to do music and this and this and that. I said, nah, you had your chance. I'm not rocking with you no more. I said, you know what? Matter of fact, right? I reached out to him a week later. I said, matter of fact, if you do this, then I'll think about giving you a job. In this next month, I want you to get up the money and pay for your that $250 for your license. If you can't pay to get your license yourself now, because I gave you the money already. If you can't pay to get that license, I'm not dealing with you at all. So 2 weeks later, he called me, showed me the receipts, everything, right? He showed me the receipts. Yo, Jay, I got my license. I'm good. Yo, can I work for you? Like, he's happy now. And I said, okay, I'm gonna give you a second chance, but don't pull nothing like that again, or I'm not rocking with you at all. So when it was time for me to purchase the property, and people was telling me like, yo, James, this kid is not gonna be able to run your unit. He's not gonna be able to manage a unit. And I was thinking to myself, why are y'all doubting me? I just spent 4 years with the kid, breaking him in. Why you think he can't do the right thing? But people don't know what I know. People didn't know him like I knew him, right? And with the training that we've been through this entire time, right? So I wanted to make sure that he's a reflection of me. Sometimes he even try to act like me when he go on the work site, because he was overseeing my whole construction process when I was there. But he saw I had him by my side when I would walk in and I would say things. Yo, what is this? No, this is not right. This is not straight enough. These floors are not leveled enough. So then he started, when I left, he started, right? I rubbed off on him and he started to have that same mentality. He came in his place. No, this is not right. I'm calling my boss. This is not right. He's not going to be happy with this. And I'm not getting in trouble for this. You have to change it. So now the guys, the contractors and stuff like that was like, yo, he's an asshole. This is not your property. This is a gringo. Why are you worried about him so much? But now I have him on that level of a certain level of respect for me. He like, yo, now we doing this. This is my life now. So I have him as a worker. And so I have three employees right now in Dominican Republic. I never want to talk about, talk like I'm some kind of big real estate guru. I'm not a big real estate guru. I own 6 properties. I do short-term and long-term properties. I've been doing this for a while. I know what I'm doing. I promise you. My first property that I purchased was in 2011, but I'll tell you about, that's a whole nother story. So I've been doing this for a while. So with my 3 employees, a lot of people ask, like, how do I pay my employees? I pay them 2 ways, right? If I'm here, I could pay them cash. But most of the time I'm not here and they run the unit. I have a system that they work so good, and everything is repetitive. So they work so good that I don't need to be here. I live in Thailand right now, and the time is different. When I'm asleep, they up, and when I'm up, they're asleep. So they can't even reach out to me if they wanted to sometimes. So all problems, all issues has to be handled by them, and it always is. You know, for this last 2 years, it was handled with no problem. So if I'm here, I pay them cash. If I'm in Thailand, I do a money transfer, and the cheapest money transfer for me right now, and it might be something cheaper, what works for me. Let me tell you what worked for me, because I know a lot of people are going to say, no, I use this and it's cheaper, it's 10 cents cheaper. Listen, I use Remitly to send money to Palito, my manager, and Palito pays the other employees. And then I have a bank account in Dominican Republic. with Bank of Reserva. So sometimes I transfer from my account to Palito account, my manager, and he pay everything that need to be paid. So he would pay the homeowners association fees every month, my internet every month. He'd pay the cleaners that come there. He'd pay my motor concho that drive my guests around on occasion. So he take care of everything. He runs the unit 100%. And this is 4 years of working with someone. But Palito is, I'm confident that he can do the job well because I broke him in. It's another girl that I can refer. Now, the only reason why I don't work with this girl, Maria, is because I don't have room to pay her. Like, I don't have a position for her. But if I had a position for her, she would work as managing my property because she's sharp, she's smart, she knows what she's doing, and she's been doing this for a while. The only thing is that Maria and I have a very good business relationship, but I just don't have any. I can't afford to pay her for nothing. And I'm gonna tell you something. Palito, he don't have a problem with Maria, like a real problem with Maria, but he know Maria is his competition. So he like, nah, don't bring her around me. He not like that, but he like when she come around, he like, what we going to see? Why Maria is coming for? I said she's coming to see the property because she's gonna have the other property upstairs. She's gonna manage the other property upstairs, and he looking like, all right, that's cool. Let her do it. We can work together. But you could tell he feel a certain way because that's his direct competition because she's so sharp. If y'all wanted Maria information, I think I'll leave her information on the screen so you can have her information if you're just looking for a property manager in Dominican Republic. Also, my relative do property management too. But I know Palito and Maria are great. I know their prices are going to be great, and I know that they can do the job. Right? I'm confident in them that they can do the job. All right, let's get to the cleaning, right? Which is very, very important when you're doing an Airbnb. And when I say Airbnb, right, don't think when I say Airbnb, it's only Airbnb. Airbnb, when I say Airbnb, think about short-term rental. There's a bunch of different companies that you could rent your place on. It's Home Advisor and Booking.com, Expedia, it's Verbo, it's all these different places that you can rent your place on, and which I rent my place on too, and just have my calendar synced. So when you hear me say Airbnb, I don't mean just Airbnb. You're gonna have your listing on a few different sites. And you're gonna receive bookings from all these different sites. All you have to do is link your calendar, and it would block off from the other sites. You link everything together. But having a good cleaner, it's very, very important. I mean, one of the most important things that you could even think of when starting an Airbnb is having a loyal cleaner. Now, I pay a lot. I pay my cleaner a lot, and let me tell you what a lot is. A lot is $30 per clean. That's 100. It's 1,500 pesos Dominican that I pay my cleaner. Now, she can finish the place in 2 hours, so she makes, if you do the math, $15 an hour because she get $30 every clean, which is expensive. I know a lot of cleaners that clean villas all day. For 8 hours, 9 hours, they get 1,000 pesos, 900 pesos. So I make sure I found someone very good to clean my property, and I paid her well. Right? She don't want to leave, and she have another job because it makes sense to have another job. If all you do is come and clean for 2 hours in my place and get 1,500 pesos, you have the whole day to get more money. And this is why she would never leave me. And then I'm fair to I'm a good boss. I'm fair. to my employees. I train them well, and I'm confident they can run this place without me. They can run the place without me, and this is what I'm confident in. So I do have a backup cleaner, and she's okay. She's not on par with my cleaner Diamond, but she's okay. My circle is very small in Dominican Republic. I deal with very little people, and my employees are my circle. That's my Dominican family. We work good together. I had them around for years, and I trust them for the most part. You know, I trust them for the most part, especially with running and doing the things that they're supposed to do in order for the Airbnb to run the right way. We have a lot of meetings. And when I have employees, or I have my name on the back of, they have a shirt on with my name on the back, and it say "Let's Win." That's a representation of me. So they know when they do come to work, looking presentable, always have your uniform on, always respectful, never loud and disrespectful to anyone. If you have any problems, give me a call. If anybody disrespect you in the complex or anywhere else, give me a call. This is just how I am with my employees in Dominican Republic. They are an extension of me, and I want to make sure that they always is carrying themselves with respect. Right? A lot of people ask me too, yo Jay, where did you go shopping? Where do you shop for your things? Where did you find things? And what I've learned in Dominican Republic is a few places that that's very good. So they have a few stores. They have a store called Bayonne. Bayonne is the Home Depot of Dominican Republic. So, but it's just in Santiago, and Santiago is an hour and 40 minutes away. But when you're doing a big project, you want to go to Bayonne, right? This is where you want to go. And let me tell you, it's very important. It's very important that you or someone that you know that's close, that you trust, shop for certain things. And I'm going to tell you what those certain things are in a while. But so it's Bayonne. It's Ochoa that we shopped at. So for the hardware things, fixtures and stuff like that, we shopped at Bayonne. And for appliances, for Ochoa and Bayonne. But Bayonne is the Home Depot of Dominican Republic. And then for the electronics, the appliances, the TVs and everything, we shopped at Electrolama. So it's Electrolama is Plaza Llama. Plaza Llama is Super Walmart, and Electrolama is just electric. Is this just they only sell electric, so it's the smaller store, which is in Puerto Plata. But for the most part, to find what I was looking for, because I had specific things in mind, I went to Santiago and I went shopping, and sometimes I brought it back in a truck that I had, a little SUV truck, or I had it delivered. And delivery was never over like $50 from Santiago or $60 from Santiago, so it made sense for me to do that every time. But let me tell you what's trash in Dominican Republic. Let me tell you what's trash, and this is very important. I had to import certain things. So kitchen sink, not sinks, but the faucet fixtures, the bathroom fixtures, doorknobs, locks, right? I don't care how much they cost in Dominican Republic, they trash. They from China, they gonna rust. And if you knew anything about Dominican Republic, you know that this is a tropical country, and it's very humid, it's very hot, everything rusts. And it's crazy that I can purchase $150 faucet, small faucet for the bathroom, or $200 faucet for the bathroom, and in 6 months is rusted and broke down. So what I had to do is import some of the stuff from the States. I imported, my kitchen faucet, my shower head is very important. It's very, very important. Do not, right? And I'm going to tell you, do not purchase a shower head from the Dominican Republic, one of the Dominican Republic brands. I promise you, you will be changing it every 6 months, once a year. They're gonna rust, they're gonna break down. This is just what it is. So there's a few things that I would suggest to import. The complicated thing with importing things is that when you import something that's over $200, you pay import taxes and things get expensive. So it's always ways around that. Just give me a call. Just hit me up on Instagram, and I'll tell you certain ways to. Sometimes you can get around it, and sometimes you just have to pay the import taxes. Because what I did was I purchased a LG refrigerator and stove, but in Dominican Republic, nowhere in Dominican Republic, they had an over the stove range. So that's the range with the extractor built in. So that's what I want. Most people, what they do is they build a shelf for the microwave, and it's really just a countertop microwave, and they stick it in that shelf over the microwave. But no, I wanted an actual over the range microwave with an extractor. So when you cook, all the smoke could be extracted and, released out of the place or recirculated with clean air. So I'm looking up and down. I'm talking Santo Domingo. No one have this chrome, brushed nickel LG microwave, over the range microwave. So I had to ship it from the United States, and let me tell you how crazy the price is. So I purchased an LG brushed nickel LG microwave from the States, and then I had it shipped from Home Depot, and I used a company called Bloombox. Why? I paid to receive it with $600. So that's the import taxes and the weight of. I paid for the weight of the microwave. This microwave was a $900 microwave because I needed in my kitchen everything to match. It was very, very important for me to have all my appliances match and look good and uniform. If you don't notice, right? Before you renovate a place, I know you can skimp on a lot of things in a place. Kitchens make places, kitchens and bathrooms. Do not skimp on your kitchen, right? Now, I don't want to make this video too long, but I have to tell you, remember, this is a very humid place. It's very humid. It's hot, right? You do not want to get bullshit fake wood, because your cabinets will be ran down within a year, and then you complaining to your cabinet maker like, oh, why my cabinets are ran down. Because you can't skimp on things like that. You need the real deal when it comes to Dominican Republic on certain things. Certain things you can skimp on that you can replace and is not too expensive, but certain things you cannot skimp on, right? So especially in being in Sosúa, Dominican Republic, this is what you can't skimp on, because you're in Dominican Republic. One, you can't skimp on your cabinets. You have to make sure that you have real wood cabinets and they are constructed the right way. Another thing, you have to make sure that your bed, right? Your bed is very, very important, right? Your bed is one of the most important things in not in Dominican Republic, but in Sosúa, Dominican Republic, if you know what I mean, right? You got to have a strong bed, because your bed is going to be doing some work. So make sure, and I got a bed made. I gave him the design that I wanted and the colors that I wanted, and he made the bed. So they made my bed custom for me. The bed is very, very strong and very, very beautiful, right? So that's two things that I know, and that's two things. But and your fixtures. Make sure you importing all your fixtures. Listen, I don't want this video to be too long, right? So I'm gonna make a third part to this video. I just don't want to. I know people attention span is not too too long. So I promise you I'm gonna make a part 3 of this video. Again, I want to thank all my subscribers for continuing to support the channel. The more you support the channel, the more you subscribe to the channel, I promise you the more content that I will put out, and I feel good with putting out this type of content, right? So and if you had any more questions before I put out my next video, I want you to hit me up on Instagram at James Let's Win, just like it sounds, James Let's Win. And before you message me, try to follow me on Instagram so your message can come directly to me, and it don't go in the hidden folder where I don't see it in days. And then I check the hidden folder and I'm like, oh shit, I miss all of these messages. So hit me on Instagram, James Let's Win. And if you had any questions, and when my time permit, I promise you I'm gonna answer all questions. Again, I thank everybody that's supporting the channel. Let's win.
I've been feeling lost, going hard, the same thing, like every day. Gotta go hard, but it's getting hard. No, I cannot stop. Round of applause, going hard. We made a way, said we made a way.